roots. Thank you very much for giving me a kind of callback to my roots. This institution, USTM, is founded by a generous gentleman, again whose roots and my root is also from the same locality. So in that way, the moment whenever I come to this institution, I feel like I have come to my family. There is a kind of inherent touch of heart. We have a kind of, sometimes we keep on speaking about his progress, how he has achieved and how he has become a great entrepreneur. And I really highly admire him. When I spoke to ma'am, where is the location, the madam says that is block C. And I was looking at the block C, I found that it is APJ Abdul Kalam name is written. I find it is so appropriate that when we are speaking of the rural innovation, technology and IPR, the way ahead, we have selected the block itself in the name of the APJ Abdul Kalam, who dedicated his whole life to understand the rural complexity and the need of the people of this great country, India. I feel that I am very, very unfortunate that the whole length of these things, intellectual discourses through this international seminar, I could not make me present. But at least by listening to the report, I feel that yes, something really very valuable, some discourse has taken place. And I feel and I congratulate Ma'am Papia Datta, Dr. Papia Datta and her dedicated team for organizing such a befitting international seminar. It gives a lot of honor to us, feeling that somewhere in Guwahati, our university, the USTM, the University of Mind, somehow I say mind because the man who has founded, I am very close to him. I feel myself associated with it from the deep of my heart. I keep on touring around. Just yesterday came back from Meghalaya and quickly I had thought of speaking something. Let me speak about these things, the rural technology and why I love rural development initiatives so much from my core of heart. You know, we live in a great country, India, which has 6,30,365 villages. 6,30,365 villages, and we truly live in villages. Inclusive rural development would be of paramount importance for this country. Therefore, this international seminar, the Rural Innovation, Technology and IPR, the way ahead, has a special significance. I believe you will be agree to me. As you know, India moves to 46th Innovation Index in year 2021 from the previous position of 48th. This is a benchmark among 132 world economics, with Switzerland, South Korea, Japan, Singapore are at the top. But nevertheless, India tops among the Southeast and Central Asia in terms of its status in the Innovation Index. I feel personally that and deeply that innovation has to be replicated at the grassroots level. Appropriate technology, not always high-tech technology, need to be made available to the common people so that benefit goes to those who deserve it most. 2 lakh villages of India produce cotton. This cotton may be converted to khadi textile efficiently through innovation and application of appropriate technology, which is lagging. This will reduce use of synthetic textile, which benefits the corporate sector. Money you spend goes to Ambani Group straight away, whose per minute net income is 20,000 rupees. If you buy a piece of textile khadi, which is an eco-friendly fabric, the money goes to the rural artisan, mostly the women, bringing rural prosperity. We know because only 1% people of this country wear khadi, there is a surplus production of cotton in this country. The farmers of Vidarbha Nagar, Maharashtra, where the maximum cultivation of cotton is done, commit suicide very frequently. A maximum number of suicide takes place from that particular region because they cannot sell their surplus cotton. If these cotton are made to use, we can make eco-friendly textile and we can provide employment to 15 crore of people of this country. When we speak of rural development, we need to understand this type of complexity. This country, 1,75,000 villages of this country produces enough quantity of sugarcane. This can be used to make jaggery, gur, which is much better for health than what we consume, sugar. Sugar leads to diabetic, cholesterol, heart attack, and setting up of sugar mill needs investment in terms of crores. Whereas if you set up a gur manufacturing unit, it hardly costs a few lakhs of rupees. So let us give a serious thought. Whose prescription really fit for the situation of this country? Another example is around 200 villages produces mustard oil and other oil seeds. Ghani oil is best for health, you perhaps know, and that was a prominent rural industry during the independence and even post-independence time. The process of extracting oil using Ghani does not allow producing enough heat to compromise the oil property, and it retains more HDL, which is very, very beneficial for health. We have a market of 56,000 crores alone for the mustard oil and edible oil. Whether the whole lot of market should be given to the corporate sector, whether our Ghani oils, our farmers, the 1,75,000 village, 2 lakh villages where the mustard seeds are produced and other oil seeds are produced, can we bring prosperity to those villages by doing the value addition in that particular village itself? These are the things I believe that my dear students need to give a serious thought on this. You will get food of thought the line I am speaking to you. Indeed, what I feel, we need to have a proper coordination between farm and non-farm activities. The emphasis should be the raw materials of villagers to be value added in the villages, and the raw materials are not to be allowed to move out from the village. I quote it again and I tell you again, and I would like to invite the attention of the couple of students, if I am not wrong, that please think that the raw materials of villages to be value added in the village itself, and the raw materials are not allowed to be moved out of the villages. Our 65,000 villages produces enough quantity of tomato. Why not we convert it for value added products locally? If we bring employment to rural setup, as APJ Abdul Kalam said, advocated, there will not be exodus of capable people from villages to urban cities in search of livelihood. Our villages will no more disappear, creating more slums. When I was doing my PhD in rural development, one professor, very senior professor of JNU, he told me the Indian villages have started disappearing. Wherever I go, I used to quote this. I could not understand what he is saying, that the villages of India have started disappearing. I replied to him, sir, do you feel that the number of villages has reduced really from 6,35,625 villages? He said, no. The capable people of the villages have started exodus, moving out of the villages, leaving behind in the villages only the children, the old people, and the women. That is called the disappearing of the villages. I believe that this is such a beautiful topic, rural technology. We need to give a